You ever had one of those moments where you just stare at something, blinking, trying to decide if you're losing your damn mind or if someone else really just did something that's stupid? Yeah, that was me, 6:42 a.m. on July 2nd, standing in my muddy driveway, cup of black coffee still steaming in one hand and staring at the empty concrete slab where my generator used to be. Gone. Vanished. Just a few little skid marks in the dirt and a crushed beer can next to a zip tie. And right there on my front door, a sticky note in fluorescent pink ink that read, "Violation, unauthorized equipment. HOA compliance team." I live in Cedar Glen Estates, which sounds fancier than it is. It's just a neighborhood with nice trees, nosy retirees, and an HOA board that thinks they run a prison camp instead of subdivision. And sitting at the top of that little power pyramid, Karen Witherspoon, 60-something, power walking menace, drives a white Lexus that's been washed more than most folks bathe their kids. HOA president for the past 6 years, since her husband left her and she needed something else to dominate. The thing ISME generator wasn't some rusty eyesore or cranking noise machine. It was brand new, code compliant, professionally installed right behind my house and not visible from the road. But see, Karen doesn't like disorder. She calls it visual pollution, and apparently, prepping for hurricane season now counts as rebellious behavior. What makes this whole thing worse? We had a Category 2 hurricane heading straight for us. Forecasted to hit on the 3rd, winds peaking by evening, and we were all bracing for the outage. Folks were filling bathtubs, checking batteries, getting ice. I even offered to lend the generator cord to my elderly neighbor, Martha, in case her oxygen machine lost power. But Karen? She saw it as the perfect time to flex her HOA muscles. You know how she justified towing it? She said it was a mobile structure parked in a restricted utility zonica, my side yard. And she towed it without notice, without a hearing, without so much as a phone call. Just poof. I called the number on the note, went straight to voicemail. Called the tow yard. They said yes, they had it. And no, I couldn't get it back without HOA authorization. I'm not proud of what I yelled next, but let's just say the poor kid on the line will probably remember it the rest of his life. Now here's the kicker. July 4th was Karen's crown jewel. Every year, she throws this bloated, overfunded community freedom jubilee with red, white, and blue cupcakes, a fake colonial reenactment, and a dozen HOA suck-ups pretending they like each other. It's all powered by, you guessed, ETA temporary outdoor stage rig and a huge set of lights and speakers, which, as I happen to know, all ran from the community emergency power grid, the same one I helped wire 3 years ago when I was still on the board. See, I'm not just some grumpy homeowner. I'm a retired electrical engineer. I know the breaker boxes, the underground lines, the capacity load by heart, and I still have the keys. Big mistake, Karen. So July 3rd rolls in. Winds picking up, rain starting, and I head down to the HOA storage room behind the clubhouse. Not to do anything illegal. No, sir, just to inspect. And what do I find? The rig Karen's crew set up for the Freedom Jubilee is pulling twice the max load off the emergency panel. Not only is that a code violation, it's a fire hazard. So I shut it down. Clean, legal, recorded myself doing it. Then I pulled out the permit request Karen never filed for the event. Yeah, I've been keeping copies, because I know how she operates. Then I called the county inspector. Now here's where it gets good. Evening of July 4th. Hurricane passed. Trees down. Most houses still without power. But folks are coming out, helping each other. We're making it work. And here comes Karen, dressed like Betsy Ross. Platform all lit up from backup generators, the ones I warned them not to overload. She gets up there, grabs the mic, and starts shouting some mess about unity and neighbors who care. Meanwhile, the crowd squinting, confused because the stage lights start flickering. A low hum builds, then pop. Complete blackout. Smoke from the side rig. PA system fried. Screams. Panic. One guy trips into the cupcake table. The reenactor playing George Washington yells, "The British are coming," and books it into the woods. And there I am sitting in a lawn chair under a tarp, sipping a Coors Light, watching the show. Karen starts screaming at volunteers. Red-faced, makeup melting. She yanks the mic cord, tries to plug it back in, zap. Minor spark. And that's when the county inspector steps up, clipboard in hand, badge on chest. Tells her in front of everyone that the event is in violation of fire codes, noise ordinances, and public safety regs. No permit. No power authorization. She'll be hearing from the county. Crowd turns. Whispers spread like wildfire. She didn't get a permit? She shut down his generator? Wait, she towed it. Phones come out. People start filming. Then little Martha from across the street oxygen tank and all raises her voice and says, "She put my life at risk." Karen tries to talk over her, but Martha's 6'4" ex-Marine steps forward like, "You really want to do this right now, Karen?" And that's when Karen cracked. "I was protecting the neighborhood," she screeches. "From chaos." "You mean the chaos you caused?" Someone else yells. Boom. It's done. Crowd starts clapping slow at first, then louder. Karen steps off the stage, tries to wave people down, but no one's listening. Even her little HOA cronies start backing away. That night, I got my generator back. The tow company called. Turns out, once the permit violation hit, they wanted nothing to do with the lawsuit brewing. Yeah, Izuit, civil court, property theft, endangerment, unlawful seizure. And I wasn't the only one. Turns out, Karen had been doing this kind of crap for years. Towing people's trailers, slapping fake fees, approving upgrades for her friends, and denying everyone else. Once the news got out, half the neighborhood came with affidavits. We hired a real lawyer. One of the board members even flipped and turned over emails. Folks that showed Karen literally targeting homeowners she didn't like the look of. 3 months later, Karen was gone. Forced to resign. Fined by the county. Got dragged online. HOA put under review. We rewrote the charter. Voted in new leadership. Hell, I even got asked to come back, but I said nah. I'll stick to helping out when the power goes out. Less stress. More beer. Funny thing though, Karen still lives here. Quietly. Stays inside. Nobody really talks to her. Not since the 4th. Sometimes when the wind kicks up and the trees start to bend, I check the forecast, test the generator, and smile. 'Cause now, when the power goes out, I'm the guy people think, not the one they fear. So yeah, maybe I was petty. Maybe I played a little dirty. But I didn't start it. She just picked the wrong damn guy to tow. But hey, let me ask you this. When rules get weaponized and safety becomes political, who's really in the wrong? The guy who prepares or the one who controls a switch?